Bonjour, Pinamagini Ireland Disneycast, and welcome to this week's edition of our Week at a Glance videos featuring week 27. Welcome to a midweek edition of our Week at a Glance videos. The reason we're doing it so early is due to the fact that there is a family literacy night that I want to bring up here in just a second. That is tomorrow night, so I wanted to give parents a chance to think about that. So let me go ahead and click it. Sorry, they're not having it preloaded. Of course, it's taking its sweet time as all technology does when you're in a rush. Maybe. There we go. All right, so it is, and this flyer came home last week as part of our March's Reading Month. We Magic Quad Extended Day program is inviting you for a family literacy night open to all students, families, and friends. Each classroom should have some crafts or classroom stories or just things to come check out. I know for some families, it's an opportunity to come around and see our building. So we do invite you to come tomorrow night from 5 to 7. If your student is in the extended day program, we will keep them right after school as is normal, and they can meet up with you when you get here at 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. You can just see some more of the materials. It's referenced in our newsletter, but as you get down here, Shepherd Schools, nothing new there. Mount Pleasant, if you know you're going there, you can start the process already using their district enrollment information. And if you're considering Renaissance, you should fill this out ASAP. That starts the process. Even if you're not sure between Renaissance and one of our public school options, I would go ahead and fill this out, as Renaissance often ends up with a waiting list. So we're doing in math a unit related to fractions. Under classroom resources, we have a 5th grade Padlet. It looks like this. And of course, everything's going slow. I think I need a reboot here, but not until after this video because you're more important than this speed here. But if you go under math, there's a number of activities, including the fraction strips, where you can go ahead and do the fractions. And let's say I wanted to know how many 12ths are in 1/3. I could actually start manipulating them like this. So this is kind of like having the physical copies that everyone loses. And suddenly I now know that 1/3 is the same as 4/12. So it's a resource for you, for your student. Obviously they can access this after even graduation because I don't take it away. It is on the public part of the interwebs. Speaking of that newsletter, I've already talked about the family literacy night. I'm encouraging students to read with family. There is some cool rewards coming for those that do. And you'll find out about one of them at the family literacy night. Also, as a reminder, we have this week and next week, and then we are hitting the end of the 3rd quarter and spring break. After school on the 21st, students are on break until the 31st. Also, as a reminder, homework is at home on Tuesdays and Thursdays, in addition to anything they don't finish in class. Please do check their homework folders. I'm pleased to see some of our students still bringing those around. It's what they should be doing. Help them stay organized. Also, as Michigan Weather does Michigan weather things, please make sure students are dressed for the weather that day. This morning it was below freezing, and by later this weekend it'll be 70. That makes for a sloppy mess if it rains outside, but also makes it difficult for students to prepare for the weather. It's probably not croc season, so some days the shorts are a good thing. Some days a strong, heavy hoodie is also a good thing. We are doing some stuff outside during culture, so it would be advisable to have some dirtier shoes. Otherwise, your student is taking their best pair of J's and going to the Sugar Bush. I've already referenced the school choices between the 3. What are we learning? We're still looking at adding and subtracting fractions. Do that for the rest of the quarter. In language arts, we're looking about how and why the arts have changed over time. Social studies, we're beginning our study of events that led up to the Revolutionary War. Boston Massacre is the next one coming up. And science, our current unit is in stars and planets. We'll be having the assessment next week. And you can see some of our words of the day in our language corner. Finally, last but not least, we have our week at a glance. This is always subject to change, but can kind of give you an idea of what we're covering on any given day. Like I said, it may change before we even get to Monday, but this is what I'm thinking, 5 days out here. But like I said, nice tool to be able to talk to parents and kind of students and say, hey, what did you do in math today? What was lesson 11 like? Or what did you learn in social studies? Or what's code.org? Could be very useful. Hope to see as many families as possible here tomorrow night. Come get a snack, enjoy some activities, check out our building. Should be a good time. If you have any questions, you may email me at mireland@sagchip.org. If it's related solely to the Family Literacy Night, if you can email me, or you can even call the front office. Like I mentioned, make sure students have proper attire for outdoors and doing sugar bush. Crocs and shorts, probably not it, especially since it's a little bit chilly out. Look forward to a great weekend, a good strong finishing of our third quarter. But for now, I'm going to wish everyone a Minna Gijagad. Minwa.